Where we left out was in the last class with respect to data flow testing. So in the data flow testing, which one we have seen it? We have seen some definitions we have seen, right? What is your uh, use node, define node, what is that PUs and CUs with respect to your usage node. So we have seen this, right? So one more particular statement has been listed, as you can just see over here. The nodes corresponding to the predicate node uses always have an out degree as greater than or equal to 2. So predicate node, whenever you are saying it, that node will out degree, if you are just checking out, it will be having greater than or equal to 2. Whereas the nodes corresponding to the computation uses will be having the out degree greater than or equal to 1. So this you need to remember. Okay. So with respect to this, let's move on to the next particular. We have seen this. We'll just go through the definition ones. DU path is nothing but where you are defining node is that will be the starting node, and where you have used that particular variable is nothing but the end node. So from the starting node till the end node, all the intermediate nodes, if you just join, then you will be getting the DU path. So this is what it will be saying. So we'll just try to explore that in the uh, definition part. So a define use path, EU is nothing but definition use path. With respect to a variable V is a path in path speed. What is this path speed? This path is nothing but which we have identified with respect to your path testing. Using the path testing, we'll be identifying several paths, right? All the paths will be listed over that. So in that one path, you are taking it. How you are choosing it? Where for uh, for some variable v belonging to. So the symbol is missing over here. The symbol missing here is belonging to. I'll just annotate and try to write down. V is a one variable. This variable belongs to the main variable set that you are having. There are define and usage nodes. Define v comma n, usage v comma n. Variable should be one and the same. There is no difference in it. So with this, with respect to this, such that m and n, sorry, n and n is given. So m and n is nothing but m is given with respect to your definition node, n with respect to your usage node. Then m and n will be nothing but initial and final nodes of the path. So your DU path is nothing but a path which is existing in the path that you are considering it, that we will be analyzing with respect to your path testing, whatever the paths that we identify with respect to the program graph. Every path should be available over there. It should be taking one of the such a path. So in what way you need to choose it? Where depending on the variable where it has been defined till where it has been used, you can just go through that particular thing. Where the last particular node has been used, wherever you will be writing that particular thing. So till that one, it will be taking it as DU path. We have seen this with an example in the last class itself. So we'll not uh, go in depth with respect to this. Only the definition, if you want to say it means EU refers to definition use path. It is a path that is available in the whole path P that is already taken. So it's in such a manner that wherever the variable that it is available, the starting node should be the definition node and ending node should be the usage node. This is what the meaning that it will be having. Just move on to the next one. So we have one more particular definition called as definition clear. DC is nothing but definition clear. It is not data communication, it is definition clear path. What is this definition clear path is all about? I'll just try to annotate this. So So I have divided this particular screen into two parts. One is the above line, whatever the ovals that you are seeing, that becomes your define or definition nodes identification. Whereas below that line is nothing but usage. I'm repeating it. Above the line is nothing but, above the particular dash line is nothing but your definition. Below that is usage. This is how we have just marked our particular scenarios. So if a particular variable is defined, this is with respect to one of the variables. Okay. So if this particular variable has been defined at a particular node, then this is usage. Respect to variable, I'll just write down that variable name of some variable a. Why I have taken a? Because it is the first alphabetical letter in the alphabets that we have. This is defined. This is also defined. Use. Fine. Variable a is defined at one particular node, and the same thing will be used in one another particular node. After usage, if you find out, or before usage, if you have any particular area where it has been redefined in between, then we call it as, it cannot be forming a definition clear. Definition clear is very simple to understand. Once it is defined for one time, that should be taken care with respect to the others also. Sorry, this arrow mark, I need to just mark it in a different manner. We'll just the meaning here is only one definition for that particular usage. If you have multiple definitions for that usage node, then it will be, that cannot be called as definition clear. Definition clear here in the sense, only one time you can define it, next time you cannot redefine. If you want to get it with respect to your example in this in the coding part means, suppose the first statement I'm saying that a is equal to 10. Second statement should be print a. So this is definition clear path. Suppose if I just change this, instead of print a, if I say a is equal to, or you can just add one more statement, that is a predicate statement also, a greater than 0. Third statement, print a. Fourth statement, else. Fifth statement, print a should be positive number. You're getting this? This is a small snippet that I have with respect to this particular small pseudocode. I'll be saying that this particular path, whatever you path that you choose, it will be having a definition clear. What is the path that I need to have it? So for path, once you are saying it with respect to your data flow testing, then you need to imagine with respect to DU path. How to get that particular DU path? First, I need to have definition for which variable a. So where it starts, it will be having its definition at 1. There are two usages available with respect to the a. One is the usage with respect to use A, comma, is that 2 is that right? This is where it has been used. Another uses use A, comma, 3. If you're using it to print the particular value of the variable A, then you have one more usage here. Use respect to A, comma, 5. I hope it is clear now. So this is first identification. First you need to identify what is the definition node, what are all the usage node that you have. See, this is a definition clear. Why? The reason is we are not redefining anywhere with respect to the variable A. That means A is equal to A plus 10 or A is equal to A minus 10. Equal to symbol is not available. Right? Are you getting this? So with respect to this, if you want to find out the paths, then if you want to identify the DU path, there are 3 paths available. How I told you that particular thing is having 3 paths? Because one definition with respect to that usage node will be having at the node 2 as well as node 3 and node 5. So all these particular statements I need to take it. So with respect to that, I am telling you that you will be having 3 paths in this. Okay, so first one is path 1. Path 1 can be found with respect to the starting node as 1 and the ending node as 2. 1 comma 2. That's it with respect to your path 1. Whereas path 2, this is DU path I'm talking about. Starting node should be the definition node, which we have already seen it. The ending node should be the usage node. Once you want to traverse with respect to your third node, then you need to execute the second statement. Once the second statement is true, then only you need to go with third statement. This is end. Starting should be the definition node. Ending node should be the usage node. The next one is one more path is left out, right? So P3. So here it is a Cartesian product. So that's why 3. 1 comma 2. If the second statement is false, it need to execute the fourth statement followed by fifth statement. This is nothing but here DU path 1, 2, 3 with respect to the given snippet. We call each particular path as definition clear. This DU path now, whatever you have given it, is nothing but DC also. DC path is also possible with respect to the first one. Similarly, this is also a DC path. Why it is DC path? Because nowhere we are assigning it. Next one is this is also DC path. So one time we are defining it and you are using it. There is no multiple definition in it. Definition clear in the sense nowhere it will be confusion will be available. That's what we studied with respect to your variable defined reference anomalies, right? The third particular point. That's how the answer has been formed. You cannot have the definition with respect to once again with the same variable. Otherwise, the first variable definition will be gone. Just to avoid it, we need to go with the definition clear paths. Otherwise, with respect to any particular path, if you are taking it means it will be a definition usage path. Understand it? So now, if I just change the entire statement, okay, for time being, I'll just erase this particular now I'll write one more code. The same particular statements, there is no change in it. One dot, first statement is A is equal to 10. Second statement, if A greater than 10, third statement should be print A. Print A is what actually? It's a computational use. Here, if A greater than 10 is P use. Okay, so else fifth statement I'll just modify. Instead of printing A, it should be entered into a positive number. What I'll do is I'll just change a small particular thing. That is, if it is A, sorry, is greater than 0, it should be, right? If A is less than 0, then A should be assigned with 0. Then sixth statement, print A. Understood? I have changed a small particular thing. That is, in the else statement, I have added one particular assignment. If A is less than 0, then A should be equal to 0 and print that particular variable value. That's it, nothing else. If we start assuming, or if you start finding out what are all the definition node, what are all the usage node that we have, if we start exploring it, then just go with definition will happen with respect to variable A in two ways, right? So two areas will be having this particular definition with respect to variable A. So one area is first node. The second area is A comma 5. Understanding it? The next one is usage node. If you are having it, use, you can just go with it. With respect to this usage, it will be having with respect to the variable is used in second node, as well as usage has happened in third particular node also. With respect to a variable should be written first, followed by the node number. In the particular third usage, it is happening with respect to your else part at the sixth statement, A comma. Fine. So now you need to identify the DU path. First, you need to identify the DU paths. DU paths is nothing but definition usage path. So DU path. How much it will be? So two definitions. With respect to the two definitions, each one will be used in three particular nodes. So at three particular nodes, whether it is a feasible, whether it can be performed or not, don't bother about it. First try to analyze and first try to get that particular answer. Understand it? So with respect to this particular thing, so definition with respect to A comma 1, if you take it, then all the particular three usages you need to take care. A comma 5, once again three usages you need to take care. So path, how much you will be having? 6 paths you will be getting it over here. So P1 will be taken care as, it starts with the node 1 and ends with node 2. Whereas P2 will be taken care as 1 it will start, then 2 it will traverse, then 3 it will traverse. P3, if you go with it, see here, kindly observe this, 1 after that 2 will come, then it will go with fourth statement execution because it fails. That's what we are assuming it. So with respect to this failure, it will traverse with respect to the fifth statement, as well as next it will go with the sixth statement. This is how the flow goes, right? Fine. The next one is P4. With respect to this particular P4, it starts with node 5 and it says that you need to go with the second node. So I assume that after that particular 5, sixth statement will be executed. Once again, we are traversing back. So reverse back. So 1 comma 2. If it is possible to have that, then we can have it. But ultimately, this one will not be having a directed edge from the last node to the first node because single entry, single exit. So this is not at all a feasible one. Infeasible. Similarly, with respect to the P5, if you identify it, what is the definition node? Definition node is 5 and it says that you need to traverse back to 3. So which is a reverse operation, 5 comma 6 comma 1 if it can traverse, comma 2 comma 3. This is highly impossible to have. So this is also an infeasible. You cannot imagine such a type of values that you can give it. Understand? Whereas the next part, P6, I'll just. So with respect to this, 5 after that, sixth statement. Now the question is, where does the definition clear paths will be existing? See, with respect to your P1, it's a definition clear. how come we will be coming to know that it is a definition clear? We are not redefining it anywhere while traversing from 1 to 2. So one time it will be defined, one time it will be used. So that's why one time definition, multiple time usage possible. But one time usage, multiple time definitions is not called as definition clear path. So this P1 is a definition clear path, DC path. Similarly, P2, if you take it. P2, two times usage has happened. One is with respect to second statement. Second statement says it with respect to the what you can call it as predicate usage. That is what P uses it will be having. Whereas third statement is a computational. So both uses n number of times can be repeated, but definition should happen once. So it is possible with respect to the second path also that we have chosen. So that's why it is called as definition clear path. So the next one is P3. P3, it's a feasible one. So you can have that particular path, such a type of path. So this is not a DC. Why? Can anybody tell the reason? Because a variable is redefined at this particular fifth statement. It should not be doing it with respect to your definition clear. That's what it says with respect to your definition. So this is how it will be working. So once you have redefined a variable value with respect to the fifth statement, so whatever the value that you have given at the first statement is gone. So that is where you need to just look into this, understanding it. So you'll be having a defined reference anomaly here. So just to avoid it, your definition clear path comes into picture. So the next one is, okay, one thing I just want to whether the same question is there in your head or not, I don't know exactly. If you are listening properly, I have a simple question in my mind. Okay, you have identified a definition clear path. So what? Why you have identified that? This is where our particular data will be flown, and the fault, whatever you are identifying, no, that will be thrown out with respect to not a definition clear. Whenever the definition clear happens with respect to data flow testing, then I'll say that that path should be considered, and that will be giving you the reliable output. Understanding it? We'll not design any test cases. We'll just see that whether it is a definition clear or not, the path. If definition clear is that, one time if it is defined and n number of times I'll be using it, means there is no problem at all in that particular code. If I change the particular value over there, then the question comes, why we have changed? What is the necessary of it? Is it a valid one? A lot of questions will be arising. So those questions answers we can identify separately. We can identify it with respect to different paths, and we can just find out the answer. Okay, we'll just come to know in the next slide probably with respect to that particular part. So right now, if it is a definition clear, if it need to be happening once, one time defining n number of times usage in the path that you have identified. If it is that, then we call it as a definition clear. If multiple times definition with respect to one time usage or n number of times usage, if it is happening once, then we call it as a not a definition clear path. It is just a DU path, that is definition usage path. That's it. Whenever we call it as a definition clear path, then that is where our particular variable plays a vital role or in forming a reliable product. So that is the assumption that we can just go with it. I'll not consider this particular two infeasible paths because P4 and P5 it will never happen. So I won't be considering it. I'll just quickly move to the last particular path that we have considered. That is with respect to your P6. 5 and 6. 5 is defined, 6 is used. So no problem at all. This can be a definition clear path. This is with respect to the only the program slice I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the whole program now. I'm talking about the slice, where the slice having the starting node as a defining node, ending node as the usage node. That's it. Understanding it? So that is where your definition clear path comes into picture. Is it clear? Is it clear? Any doubt? Okay, we'll just quickly move on to the next one. Next one example has been taken here. Example is commission problem. We know this particular program, so we'll not talk about this particular slide now because it will be explaining your commission problem. That's it, nothing else. So what we need to give the input with respect to three variables, logs, stocks, and barrels. With respect to logs, one price will be fixed. With respect to your stocks, one price. Similarly for barrels, one more price, right? So what I want to what I want you to do is, so I'll just display the program graph also. Okay, I'll just display the program graph. For this program graph, you need to write the DU path. Program graph is done. So I need to write, not DU path. Don't worry about the DU path. We'll just take care about that particular DU path later. So I want you to write DD path. Decision to decision path with respect to your path testing we have discussed. Okay, so what will be the cyclometric complexity for that particular path? You need to just give it to me, and how many nodes that you will be having in that particular graph that you need to just report. So I'll give you 2 minutes time. So, possibly it will be fine to answer back in 2 minutes or 3 minutes. 3 minutes you take it, no problem. It's 1 o'clock in my particular walk, in my particular clock. So 3 minutes after, I'll just ask you this. Okay, so I think you got the question, right? The program graph has been written with respect to the commission problem. According to the textbook, they have written this particular program. Now, what you need to do is you need to identify the DD path nodes, and with respect to that particular DD path node, you need to write the program graph. I'll give you 3 minutes time. So it's already 1 minute over. Another 2 minutes is left out. Yeah, anybody done? Yes. This portion is included in your upcoming internals. Your internal date has been posted in the college website. You can just visit anytime. You can just check out when the software testing uh, internals will be conducted. Okay, so the portion is till what I cover, uh, before your internals. Before, if you suppose if your internals is on Wednesday, then till Tuesday, whatever I cover, it will be there for your internals. Okay, so make sure that you start reading from now itself. From where it starts? It starts from your where we took the class after the lockdown. That is May 23rd till date, till the end, till your internal starts, till that particular day will be included. I hope it is clear with respect to the portion of your internals. Okay, now start reading. Finished? Anybody? Am I audible to all of you? Hello. Those who have logged in still, those who are available, is my voice reaching to all of you? Am I audible? Hello? Yes. Pratibha, finished? No. Swati? Fine. You take your time. If you want, you can just take this snapshot of this. Otherwise, in the textbook, this particular program graph is that. Otherwise, you can write your program graph on whichever the programming language that you have written it. You know how to write the program graph now. So, with respect to that particular program graph, try to convert this to a DD path. Understanding it? DD path graph. So, if you convert it in the next class, we'll just continue with respect to the rest of it. Because I'll be always going on talking. So you'll be just listening will not help you in any of the manner. So at least one kind of interaction, if it is available, then we can just move forward, right? So just I'll stop here for today. So we'll just continue rest of it in the next class. Okay. Thank you.